If you are an Aries, Taurus, Gemini, or Cancer, this is what you can expect from the full moon in Aries. Hi, my name is Nia. I'm an astrologer, and I give you horoscopes and fun astrology pop details. Aries, this is occurring in your first house, which means you should really look inward on your emotions because the moon rules the emotions. So you may see a lot of things coming out during this time or have emotional outbursts. That is totally fine and normal. This is occurring in your first house, so it is truly all about you. All eyes are on you. Notice how other people are interacting with you. You may find yourself reacting very intensely to things. Just be aware of that. And because Mars is currently in Libra in the 7th house, reactions could be towards people that you're in a relationship with. This can be both romantic or platonic. Taurus, this is occurring in your 12th house of the unhidden. I would really just encourage you guys to relax, recuperate, think about the things that have been currently happening, but don't dive into anything. A lot of you guys are really going to feel this energy and just want to be alone, and there's nothing wrong with that. Gemini, this is going to be occurring in your 11th house, and this full moon is going to be really nice for you. Very celebratory, very relaxed, very social. It's all going to be about celebrating your creativity, taking the time to just take a deep breath and, acknowledge the things that you've done, which I think is very important because I think Geminis move from things very quickly. So I encourage you to take a pause and just enjoy the accomplishments that you have made. Cancer, you are going to be experiencing a square. This is in your 10th house. So overall, you're going to feel challenged. You're going to feel exhausted. You're kind of just going to be over this energy overall. A lot of working, a lot of responsibilities. Maybe you're moving, maybe you're finishing something up. It feels kind of fast, like there's a deadline coming and you just feel like you have to get a lot of things done and you feel like you don't have enough time. There's this big focus on your achievements. You feel like you're not achieving enough, you're not doing enough, you're not, you should be doing more. And in reality, you're definitely doing enough. You're definitely doing what you need to do. But if you do feel that push, go for it. But at the same time, don't be super hard on yourself. If you are a Leo, Libra, Virgo, or Scorpio, here are your full moon in Aries horoscopes. As always, check for your rising sign for the most accurate prediction. Let's get into it. Leo, this is occurring in your 9th house, and because Aries is a sister sign, you're going to be feeling this pretty deeply. However, this is kind of an exciting time for you. School is starting, you're kind of organizing, maybe doing back to school shopping, or just seeing how you want to go about this year. Some of you guys may be making travel plans as well, as this also has to do with traveling and philosophy and overall just learning in general. There can be this sense of miscommunication or things not going the way that you want them to go or as planned. So I really encourage you to just organize things in a sense that make you happy and relaxed because there is so much happening, but it is very positive. Virgo, this full moon has a lot to do with relationships. There is a theme of relationships. However, because this is occurring in your 8th house, this also has to do with finances and loans and repayments and just things need to be paid, or even if it has to do with another person, this could be finances coming together and figuring things out as a team. There is also this theme of transformation for you or uncovering something new, whether this has to do with you or another person. There seems to just be this shift, and in a way you are responsible for it in a sense, whether it is you voluntarily become responsible or it kind of just falls into your lap and then you're just I have to handle this now. Libra, this is going to feel kind of fun for you, but at the same time, it also can feel chaotic because this is happening in your 7th house, and this full moon is ruled by Mars, and Mars is currently in Libra, so it has a lot to do with relationships, whether you're in a relationship or you're single at this time. There can be a person coming into your life. Either they've already come into your life or they're going to come into your life very soon. And you're kind of not necessarily making changes in the relationship, but kind of evaluating the relationship overall. You may also notice that other people are heavily affecting your mood or how you're feeling. This could be both positive, inspiring or happy, or you just really enjoy being around this person. You want to be around them all the time. Or this can be a little bit annoying in a sense or agitating. So I guess I would take this, keep it in the back of your head and see how it progresses in the future. Scorpio, because you are ruled by Mars, you will feel this pretty intensely, and this does have the same theme of relationships does apply to you. Now, this has a lot to do with people who are currently in relationships, whether this is romantic or platonic. Doesn't really seem to matter so heavily, but you are evaluating that relationship pretty deeply, and you could probably know who this relationship is with, or maybe the other person knows and you are oblivious to it. But there seems to be a problem with someone, and whether you're addressing that it's an internalized problem, maybe you're getting into a relationship with someone, or you've been in a relationship with someone and you're realizing like toxic traits from your past relationship or even your childhood, and evaluating those, or you're realizing in the relationship that there's a lot of problems and you're figuring out whether those problems are worth solving or it's better off walking away. And some of you guys have already figured that out and you're ready for the next step, maybe closing that chapter and starting a new one, or just closing that chapter and starting a new like adventure, or just figuring something out. Like, this didn't work. Not instead of just jumping into something new, you want to figure out why it didn't work, but on your own. People from your past can also come up during this time, but I feel like a lot of you guys are just evaluating either old habits, people from the past, things that are currently happening, and I see a lot of you guys just being over it. Like, it's almost your season, it's almost time to celebrate. You don't want any bad energy around you, but some of you guys are powering through, and like, I'm gonna see it through. Like, this is worth it. If you are a Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, or Pisces, this is your full moon in Aries horoscope. Sagittarius, because this is happening in Aries, you're going to feel this pretty deeply because it is a sister sign. However, this is going to be really positive and energetic for you. This has a lot to do with self-love, doing what you love, what makes you happy, and kind of evaluating what you've been doing and questioning whether or not that makes you happy, or doing something else would make you happier and going after that. Full moons in the 5th house can bring so much energy, so much positivity, and even good news. So just enjoy it. Capricorn, this is occurring in the 4th house for you, and the moon is very comfortable here. However, this can be very emotional, and this can either have to do with work or home. And I think whatever is going on with you, or something that might happen with you, is you're going to take all these emotions and really pull them inward and feel them very deeply, but you're not going to have any outbursts, or even you might not even tell anyone, which is very Capricorn of you. If something is causing you stress or causing an emotional outburst, whether it's within, I think you should really evaluate that thing and recognize whether it is something you truly want to interact with, or if you can find a way around it to not necessarily avoid it or make it easier on yourself. Definitely do that. I would also encourage you to not keep everything in if you can, or go to someone and talk to them. I know that makes you guys really uncomfortable, but I promise you it's very beneficial, and the people around you want to help you. Aquarius, there's this huge sense of communication, and at the same time being independent, saying how you feel, and not caring what other people think, which I think is incredible for you. You can also see a lot of benefits of things that you've been working on, going after any goals that you've been working on in the past few months, kind of paying off in a sense, which is amazing for you, and you deserve to celebrate. So definitely do that. Last but not least, Pisces, a lot of you guys are working towards being more financially independent and working towards being more stable in that sense. And maybe you've been putting it off, maybe you've just been working your ass off and saving up. But either way, there's this huge theme of like, what do I need to do to get to that point where I can be independent? Looking out for yourself more, creating a plan, organizing everything. Like, it seems like a lot of hard work, and I think for Pisces it is, because it's in the face of reality, which is what Pisces tend to not like to do. But at the same time, I think a lot of you guys are going after this for mental health reasons, or just to relax, to kind of get away from things, because once you do become more financially independent, it's gonna feel like you can kind of do more of the things that you love and not be judged for that, if that makes sense.